One picture is worth more than 1,000 words. Let's speak about electricity, electric, free energy, atmospheric, the old world buildings and antennas and domes. But it's not me. I just want to be a good journalist and open your mind to the reality of the real world. I don't know if I'm doing a good job, but I just want to show you pictures. Look at this. Electricity, domed resonators on the old world buildings. What were the old world buildings? Is the earth a spinning ball with curved water on the curvature of the globe? Or is it a flat surface with, of course, the mountains and the valleys, and we are in an enclosed system with electricity, magnetic toroidal field that curves. The electricity curves, the electromagnetic field curves. So what was the purpose of these buildings? Are they religious buildings? Do I have to go inside and pray for my sins to go to heaven and not go to hell? Or is it because the churches were repurposed, and back in the days of the old world, the churches, cathedrals, government buildings, and everything that today we call for something else, they were actually power stations. Look at this. Energy lightning dome device. Let's see more stuff. I just want to show you photos and pictures. By the way, these structures, old world buildings, the ones which were not destroyed and dynamited, were everywhere in the world on the flat surfaces. Ether. Look at what curves. The curved globe is the electromagnetic toroidal field, which goes from inside the earth to the atmosphere. Also ether, earth. Awesome stuff, isn't it? A picture is worth more than 1,000 words. What was the purpose of these buildings? And are these crosses antennas for the purpose of wireless technology, wireless electricity? Look, the symbol of the old world. What it's called, I think it's called Tartaria, but it's not Tartaria. Tartaria was just a part of the old world, but don't ask me, ask the historians. Are these double crosses? As you can see, it's not a simple cross, it's a double cross. But it's not a cross. Is the cross to do with religion and sins, heaven and hell? Or is it an antenna for wireless energy, wireless electricity? I'm just asking questions, okay? That's what journalists do. Let's see this here. Mercury amalgam balls, antennas, resonators, gold covered. Gold is a super supreme conductor of electricity. Copper coils under arches and columns, fractal designs. And do you understand what I'm trying to do here? Is this an antenna? Antenna. What's the purpose of the antenna? Then to receive the waves, wireless energy, like Nikola Tesla said. You see how Nikola Tesla did not invent anything. He just wanted to keep on having the old world super advanced technology. Our glorious past, but it's not ours, it's the past of the previous humanity with free energy. Why do people compare themselves with the previous humanity? I don't understand. So are these buildings for the purpose of something else, or is it like to do with energy and electricity, electromagnetism? Now let's see more pictures and photos. Noble metal conductor orbs. They are usually made from copper and gold. Both copper and gold are excellent conductors for electricity. What is the divine spark? We call it divine divinity. Is it electricity? Do you know that your brain cells work with electricity? We are biological electrical entities in these bodies. You know, when somebody dies, they can be brought back from the dead with an electric impulse on their chest with a defibrillator, right? It gives you an electric shock and then you come back to life. But if they don't give an electric shock, you don't come back to life. So electricity allows us electric beings to come back to life. Isn't that wonderful? Ancient atmospheric energy technology. Why is it called atmospheric? Well, because it's in the air, the atmosphere. Like Nikola Tesla said, the earth is an enclosed system. And what we call the dome is actually the electromagnetic field, which is actually half a sphere from the surface of the earth in the atmosphere, but going all down into the depths of the earth forms a sphere. Antenna, conductor, mercury, resonator, frequency, conduits, transformer. What were the old world buildings for? And especially because they were all covered in metals. Everything was covered in metal. And you have these pointed towards the sky tall things. So is it to collect something from the sky? So my question here is, if all the old world buildings, which are meant to be for religious purposes, to go and pray, if their purpose is not for praying anymore, but it's for like being power stations for electricity, then where does religion stand? And where does divinity stand? And godly gods and all that stuff. So do you understand? I'm just trying to understand the history of my humanity, because I'm just a human being. I'm trying to understand the logical workings of this world. Are these antennas? They sure look like antennas. Are these antennas? Antennas. I mean, we can speak about all societies, in all cultures, in all languages, in all nationalities, in all countries in the world. What's left of it? Russia was a big part of it, right? What we call today Russia, and also America, and also Europe, and also Australia, and also other parts of the world, Asia as well. Free energy powered the world. Look, there's no cables, and all these things with antennas and towers and domes and reaching through the sky. Were these buildings, by the way, who built these? Did they build them with donkeys and ropes and hammer and sizzle, or was it built with machines and technology? And is this the purpose of going inside and praying for your sins, for the 1,000 years added history, or is it something else? I'm just trying to understand history, okay? That's what a good journalist does, although I'm not a journalist, but I could say I'm a journalist because I'm 100% on my own. Nobody finances me. I have to stick with my own pockets, you know. What more? I want to see more. Yes, all these things on the top of the buildings with antennas and domes and metal and gold and copper and liquid mercury that rotates because of the electromagnetic field, and it creates energy. Liquid mercury. Let's see more stuff. More ancient old world buildings. Atmospheric technology. I like that. I like the sound of that. There's plenty of books, you know, in Russian and English and German about this. Anyway, how do you gather this? Oh, look at that. Do you know what the sky is and the stars? Vibes of Cosmos in his books. The guys from Greece, they have these books in English. They speak the truth about everything of everything in the world. What else? Oh, the ancient old world buildings. I'm just trying to understand what I'm seeing here. Look, I'm trying to understand the purpose. You know, like in the ancient biblical texts, they speak about the Ark of Covenant and stuff, and it goes to say that you can get killed if you get too close. So is that because of the electromagnetic field? You get a shock. What is power and technology and electricity in the ancient times? Wait a minute. But aren't we supposed to be the supreme superior humanity that invented electricity in the 1800s? So wait a minute. Are you saying that electricity was before the 1800s? Wow. And what is this? More buildings and more buildings and many more buildings, and so many buildings, which actually the big majority of them were destroyed. There's still plenty left, but you know, if all of those were destroyed, we should have like an encyclopedia of brutally destroyed old world buildings because of no reason whatsoever, because just to hide stuff. Now let's go back to one of my favorite photos. I mean, all of them. I love these photos. I could dedicate my whole life to this and never end, even though you die poor. But I like this whole thing with ancient atmospheric. Look, I like this one. But let's go back to the one which has more color, because look at this. Noble metal conductor orbs, copper and gold. Was there like one other like one? No, I think that was the one. Look, the ether is the one that, you know, when we speak about the Earth being the globe, the sphere, it's the electromagnetic toroidal field. Electricity and magnetism, that's the field that curves, forming the globe sphere. Not the water. I hope you enjoyed the old world electricity.